Is your dog shivering or a little bit of cold during your hikes? Then stay tuned, because then this video might be for the two of you. Hi guys, winter is on its way, and therefore today I would like to talk about dog jackets and dog sweaters and whether your dog needs one or not. Or maybe better to say might need one or not. And let's be clear at first sight, I am not talking about dog clothing like dresses, bow ties, glittery suits. No, I'm really talking about functional dog clothing, which can be really helpful when you're going out on the trail with your dog. And before I got Ravi, I actually never bought any jackets for dogs, because I always had dogs who had a nice thick fur. Max, for example, also, she doesn't need any jackets or any coats. So I never bought some of those products until I got Ravi. And well, it turned out that Ravi is a dog who gets pretty cold quickly. And that brought me to a point where I started thinking about dog clothing, and then especially in winter time for dog sweaters, dog winter coats and stuff like that. And well, I think that there might be some viewers out there that are considering this as well. And therefore today I would like to mention about this subject. So whether your dog needs a coat or a jacket all depends on the situation where you're living in, how cold it's going to get, and of course how cold your dog gets. And well, there are several things that you can let your dog wear just to get him through the colder months of the year. And today I'm mentioning several of them. All of these products, just a little disclaimer, are not being sponsored. These are jackets that I collected over the years since I've got Ravi, that we have been using, and we are happy and well, we are satisfied about, to say so, to use them. And therefore these are the jackets that I'm going to mention today. I've got quite some here. And well, first of all, when the thickness of the jacket also depends on the cold, of course, and therefore I start with the thinnest ones. And then you've got those sweatery things, like these are mostly made of fleece, and here I've got a thin one that's by the brand of Roughwear, and here I've got a thicker one that's from the brand of Aqua Fleece. That's a UK based brand, and this is a really thick one, so Ravi is wearing this one at the beginning of the season, at the end of the season, or when the nights in the tent get really cold. This one does not have a zipper or anything, so it's a little bit harder to get on. So you have to put it over your dog's head. Then you have to take the paws through it, through the sleeves. On each side there's a sleeve, and then pull it over the back. So you must be aware that not every dog likes to putting on sweaters like this, because yeah, you have to be really on their body, pulling them through the sleeves and everything. So be aware and take notice of the signs that your dog is showing you, whether he likes a jacket like this or not. And then you also have, as an alternative, the one from Roughwear I just showed you, and that one does have a zipper, so that is easier to put on, because you just open it and you just put the paws in it on front, then you flip it over the back of your dog, and then you close the zipper. And of course that's a lot easier for the dog. You have to be aware that the fur does not get stuck in between the zipper, but it is easier to put on. It also has some little sleeves. They are smaller than the one from Aqua Fleece. As you can see, there is a lot of difference in length of the sleeves. So I prefer in length of sleeves this one, because as they are larger, they stay down a little bit better. The one from Roughwear crawls up a little bit more, so this covers the legs more as well. And of course it can be that it's just the fleece layer isn't covering enough protection. When it's a little bit of drizzling, of course fleece gets pretty wet, and then you have an alternative, something like this. This is a Softshell jacket, and of course, as we all hikers know, Softshell is mostly, well, practically all the time not waterproof, but it can hold a little bit of rain. So when it is getting too wet for just a fleece layer, you can consider a Softshell as well. This one also opens with a zip, just like the fleece one from Roughwear does. This is also a Roughwear brand, and that covers over the back as well, and it has a fleece liner in it. So it also provides the warmth that a fleece does. Also up here on the inside of the Softshell layer, it also has a fleece lining. So it provides the warmth that a fleece jacket gives you, but it also has a little bit more of coverage when it's drizzling. Just one fell down. And when you're noticing that just a fleece layer isn't enough, you can decide to switch either to a thicker jacket or add an extra layer on top of the fleece. And that's what I am going to try the next season. I recently, 2 days ago, I bought this jacket. As you can see, the tag's still on it, so it's brand new. And this is the Roughwear Quincy one. And as you can see, it is cut pretty high up here. That means that it does not cover the back legs. And the back legs, there are some important muscles that they are important to keep warm. So therefore, I do not prefer this as a standalone jacket, because then I prefer one that covers the back as well, the back of the legs. And but this one is really great to put over those fleece sweaters, because you just unclip it. There's just 2 clips on the side, and then it goes on top of it, and then you can clip it down again, and that's an extra layer of insulation. And Ravi was wearing it just to try it out when I bought it, and within seconds the heat just, you could feel it underneath it. So it provides a lot of warmth underneath. So that's really something I like. And you can also use this one in combination with a harness. As you can see, there is a hole in there, a little opening where you can clip the leash through. So that's nice when you're hiking with a harness, that you can use it in combination with this one. You do not have to take off the harnesses just to put this on and put the harness back over. No, this goes over the harness. So that's absolutely great. Another one from Roughwear that is that goes over one of those fleeces or can be used as a standalone jacket is this model. I'm not pretty sure which name it is. If I'm able to find it, I will blend it in above. And this also has an opening for the leash. It clips the same way as the Quincy does. You have those 2 clips underneath, which are easily to find also when your dog is wearing the jacket. And yeah, it's also nice that this one has reflection strips on it. So when you're wearing it as a standalone jacket or just on top of one of those fleeces, and some traffic is approaching you, your dog will be visible as well. What's also a good point of the Roughwear brand is that they have an attachment point here where you can add a light, and whether it's the Roughwear light or just something like an Orbilock light, that has room to adjust this as well, to add it to the jacket. Let's see, the Quincy does have that as well. And when you think, well, it's not that cold, so my dog doesn't need really protection against the cold, but it is raining, then you also have the possibility to let your dog wear a raincoat. And the raincoat we are mainly using is this one by the brand of Herta. It's the Herta Monsoon Jacket, and it has a really thin insulation layer in it. So it offers a little bit of warmth, but it's mainly made for protecting against the rain. So this is a great option when it's not cold, but when it's raining, your dog can also get cold from the rain, of course. But I mean, not exactly when they keep moving, but as soon as you're stopping for a break or your hike comes to an end, then they can really cool down. And last summer I mentioned in a special video about overheating, but your dog can also get hypothermia when they get too cold. So that is good to consider as well, that your dog might not need a winter coat, but a raincoat can be very helpful as well. This one also has a attachment points for the leash, so it's also great to wear over a harness as well. So great to consider this one as well, even if your dog has a thick coat and does not need a winter jacket. And of course, when your hike's over and your dog has been wet, has been cold, there is also something that helps you to solve that problem, and that's a dry out cape. And this one does not offer any waterproofness. It's not waterproof, of course, but you just put this on your dog and he can dry under it. It's pretty large, as you can see, because it covers the whole back, the tail and everything. So it's a nice fabric one. It's really nice and soft, and it really prevents your dog from cooling down too quickly. He's drying up underneath very quickly as well, and then stays warm. So that one is great to use as well. So these are just some ideas of dogs coats and sweaters that you can let your dog wear during the colder months of the year. Please be aware, not every dog needs them. Always take notice of the signs that your dog are showing you. When you're noticing your dog is shivering during colder hikes or after colder hikes, and that you might see that your dog is not that enthusiastic anymore because he shows some signs of getting cold, then please consider letting your dog wear a jacket. I know it might not be something that everybody prefers. I didn't either before I got Ravi. But then I found out that some dogs really need it. And well, if you can help your dog with it, then why shouldn't you do it? Because we wear different layers in wintertime as well to stay warm. And I think your outdoor body deserves the same as well. So take a look at the signs of your dog and be aware of the effects that getting cold may have. And your dog, as mentioned, can really suffer from hypothermia as well. And you do not want that either. So be aware of the signs. Make sure that your dog is nice and warm during winter hikes as well. And then everything will be fine. So that was just a quick informative video again in regards to the upcoming winter time and hiking with your dog, just to stay safe outside both, and yeah, well, just that every hike remains fun for your dog as well. So hereby, thank you for watching. As always, enjoy the outdoors, and we will catch you on the next trail. Goodbye. Let's say goodbye, Ravi. Goodbye, guys.